Most people think being good with money is about having the right information. But there's a big difference between financial education and financial literacy. Financial education is about knowledge. On the other hand, financial literacy is about habits you practice every month, even when no one is watching. In this video, I'll be sharing with you 5 financial habits I've been practicing and I intentionally want to double down on in 2026 to build wealth in such a way that it feels sustainable. If you are intentional or you want to be intentional about your money in this year 2026, please stay with me till the end of this video as I share practical, simple steps, actionable steps that help to build wealth in a very simple and sustainable way. My name is Alvan. Most people call me Goodrich. Now let's dive in. Habit number 1. Doing a monthly financial review is a practical and simple habit that I practice and I intentionally want to double on in the year 2026. So what I do every month is to take out a day, take out a time, maybe 30 to 45 minutes, to review my financial statement, my bank statement, and see things that have been going on in the past 30 days in my account and see where I spend my money, what I bought, where my money goes, and all of that. This review helped me to then understand areas where I need to cut down on my expenditures, to see areas where I rather need to spend more to help my growth, also to see how much I'm putting towards my investment. So this helped me to understand the progress, how I'm moving towards my financial goal for the month. And in that review, at the end, it helped me to choose a particular thing to focus on for the next month. So I don't choose 5, 10, 3, 4. No, I choose just one thing to focus on the next month. And then God help me, I will achieve that. Habit number 2. So habit number 2 for me is aligning my spending to what matters most. I've come to realize in the past years that I spent money buying things like clothes or footwears that I barely used. I've sometimes found things at home that I purchased maybe 9, 10 months ago and I haven't actually used it. And sometimes I ask myself, why did I even buy this thing? So it made me understand that I'm buying things that I think people like or people appreciate or people want, rather than buying things that I like, things that I care about, things that matter most to me. In this year 2026, I want to double down on the habit, practical habit on focusing and realigning my expenditure towards things that matter most to me. Things like books, financial books, money books. They help me, they edify my spirit. Things like healthy living. Things like fitness. I can spend money on fitness. Things like investment. So this is my focus in the year 2026 because this helped me to build towards achieving my financial goal. Setting up automatic payment system. I've come to realize that most times, especially for recurrence expenditure, things like certain bill payments, certain subscriptions, and even moving money for investment. So these are things I do manually. At the end of every month, I move money to pay for certain bills or to pay for the subscriptions, and also to move money from my checking into a savings account and then into an investment portfolio. But sometimes this can be very boring and forgetful, right? Because there have been situations where I intended to move money into a particular investment portfolio, but then I forgot. And then I missed out on that opportunity. So what I intend to do going forward, and the habit I intend to continue to practice, is to set up automatic payment system for all my bill payments, my subscriptions, and even my moving money for investment and savings. So I understand that having this in place, having this system in place, take away every willpower, right? And then things happen on their own accord as soon as money comes in. Once it's a due date for a particular thing to be moved around or a particular payment to be made, the system automatically does that for me. So that also helped me, instead of thinking and focusing on which payment to make or when to make payment or when to move money, I would rather focus my energy into planning and building other ways and strategies to build my wealth. Habit number 4 will be starting to invest early, no matter how much. Before I ventured into investing and all of that, I made a huge mistake. So I had an opportunity to invest into a portfolio, but because I was more interested to save more money and invest in a bigger way, I missed out. Now I'm beginning to understand and realize that it is best to start investing early, no matter how much. So if I'd invested the money I had at the time into that portfolio, and this is about 15 years backwards, right? So 15 years forward, the principle of time compounding would have done a great deal and a great service for me, and would have grown that investment on my money into something much more higher. But because I was waiting to save and have a larger amount of money before I go into investing, and then I keep procrastinating, and I miss out on that opportunity. So now I realize it is best to start investing early, no matter how much, no matter how small or how big. Start investing early, because the principle of time compounding will help to increase the amount and the value of your investment over time. So start investing early, no matter how small, is one key practical habit I intend to intentionally double down on in the year 2026. And habit number 5, starting to have honest money conversations. So in the past, I've always shy away from having honest money conversations. So when I say having honest money conversation, it could be money conversation between spouse. It could be money conversation between parents and their children. It could be money conversation between friends, colleagues, or neighbor, or someone you trust. So this something that happened, I think about 10 months ago, right? So this was in 2025. I was having a chat with my neighbor on the street. I think it has to do with home internet. So the particular company or provider he was using had an issue, a national issue. So kind of having that conversation, asking why he's still with them and all of that. And then that led into other conversation where he then told me how much he's paying and how much value they're providing, and how the service interruption is only a temporary thing. And though he wasn't really affected, the area wasn't affected. So he affected other areas, but his area wasn't affected. So what he told me, sparked a light in my brain, right? And so I went into to do more research, and then I engaged some of the sales guys of the other company, the other provider where he is, and the offer I got was something amazing. So I got an offer for services that is way beyond what I actually have, and for an amount that is way lower than what I was paying. So now, because of that money conversation I had with this neighbor, right, that brought about an open opportunity for me to explore other options that will help me to save. So it's either you save from your expenditure by reducing how much you spend, and then that extra you invest it, or you earn more from your daily earnings, either from your job or business or whatever side hustle you do, and then you invest that extra. So these are two ways to earn extra to invest. So this money conversation helped me to save, and then that extra at the end of the year, because I set it aside for a full year, and then I put that money into an investment. So these are 5 practical steps, actionable steps that anyone can start today. And this is things I've been practicing, but I intentionally want to double down on in the year 2026 to help me build wealth in a way that feels sustainable. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a sustainable wealth building habit. Thank you for watching today's episode. If you want to learn more about my experience on how I was able to build my credit score to 800, please click on this video here, and then you can learn from my experience. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe,